Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da-dum, ba-da, ba-da, did-a-dum, did-a, did-a, did-a-dum, da. Okay. Let's see how the monsters are. Oh, they're good. They're good. Alright, that means I'm going to start the video. Hello! Alright, so this is a video that has a dual purpose. So one is my zealer is about to turn level 92. It's been a long time since I leveled this guy, but I've been playing him a bit recently because pretty much everything I put on YouTube has been on the Players 1 setting, and I don't know, I just was like, that's the game, forget about it. I never really bothered with player settings, but recently I've been experimenting with it, and it's only taken me, you know, forever to actually do that for some reason. And so I've been doing some Players 8 stuff, magic finding, and one of the things I've been doing is, and my zealer is, I think, one of the only characters that can really clear World Stone Keep on Players 8. This was also serve as, like, I don't think I've made a video on this guy in a while on my normal setup for him. But yeah, hopefully I'm going to turn level 92 like pretty much any moment now. Oh! Yay! Level 92! Okay, let's do this in just 1 second. So, nice. Okay, so that's there. I think I'm actually going to put points into vitality instead of dexterity. I really want 2,000 life. Okay. And just going to slot one into Defiance. And, okay, so let's see where this guy comes out now on the stats. So, face off. Okay. So, here we go. Gonna BO. Do my Holy Shield. So I'm up to 31k defense, almost 9.7k attack rating. My Zeal is up to almost 6.3k with my Merc's Might aura. And let's go over the gear real quick. Yeah, so like Players 8, I'm pretty much eating these guys up. Pretty easy. Okay, so you could already like tell what it is, right? Stormlash. It's a pretty decent roll, and then I put some kind of ED jewel in it. I forget if it's like a 40% or a 38% ED jewel, something like that. Yeah, the last video I made, this zealer was actually my first video I ever put up on YouTube was of this character, because he's pretty much he was the first character I ever started on this single player like iteration, you know, and he was my first character. I got him all the way through Hell mode without making. I only magic find on him, all self found, everything. And as time has passed, and I've gone magic finding on other characters, and I have a hammer. I've all these magic finding characters. I've improved his gear quite a bit. And I've always kept him well geared. So I have this Stormlash, which is a super dope weapon. I'm actually wondering if it's the best PVM zealer weapon in the game? Question mark? Question mark? Crushing Blow. The lightning damage, not insignificant. Also the static field, super useful. Basically every time I zeal, I'm casting static field at least once among those 5 hits. Just about. And so by the time, you know, let's say I have a group of enemies like this, by the time I get to the guys that are sort of in the back, they're already down by like, I don't know if they're down to like half of their life, but, you know, maybe, you know, like down by a quarter or something just from all the static field procs and stuff. Okay, Laying of Hands, also the Crushing Blow, and the Lightning Absorb for souls. This is classic endgame weapon stuff. This is really amazing. Laying of Hands, pretty obvious. Dual Ravs. I don't have any magic leech on these guys, but I can't resist the attack rating on the dual Ravs. So these are some of the better Raven Frosts I've found. I might have one better than this, 227. Dungos, 15 DR, 39 vitality. It's my best Dungos. Chains of Honor, pretty obvious. Crown of Ages, honestly, probably Guillaume's Helm would be better for the Crushing Blow, but I mean, this is just like a trophy, you know? I got a perfect ED jewel in there. Perfect damage reduction. The resistance not good. The defense bonus almost perfect, one off from perfect, but I don't really need the resistance. And of course, it's only one socket, which is kind of lame. Both the Crown of Ages I found have been one socket. Too bad, but you know, maybe one day I'll find a 2-socket one and switch it out. But yeah, so that means I have 38% damage reduction. High Lords? Yes. Yes, indeed. Oh man, did that not go to 35? Shit, do you have to get to 93 for 35%? Fuck. 200% ED Gores upped. And Exile. It's a Zakarum shield. Pretty dope roll. Pretty much impossible to die once you're rolling with Exile. Charms, maybe not the best charms I've ever found, but the reason I keep these charms is I'm pretty sure I found just about every single one of these charms on this character. So I've kind of just kept them there for that reason. Like this 14 fire damage, 18 life, why do I have that? I should switch that out. But, you know, it's just how I've chosen to do it. My best call to arms, 662. You know, so this is kind of my favorite character, honestly. But so the other reason I'm making this video, if you've gotten this far, is I recently found an F zerker axe, and the question is, should I do it? Should I have the runes? I have 5 jaw runes and 1 cham. So if I take 2 of the jaws and a cham and make a Zod, you know, I've got the runes for Breath of the Dying. This is what I've been looking for doing these Players 8 runs, and I found one. And I was like, whoa, pretty sick. So I'm thinking about it. The only thing that gives me pause is I feel like I'm going to make it, and then I'm going to go like testing it, and I'm going to find like a superior one like right then, and I'll never have the runes for another one. I mean, eventually maybe, but pretty much it'll be a long time before I have the runes to make a second Breath of the Dying. And this has always been an ambition of mine, like to make an EBotdZ. Breath of the Dying zerker. So yeah, that would be a trophy thing. The other thing that gives me pause is I would think I would use it on this character, but is it better than the stormlash? I'm not sure. I think the stormlash is probably better for physical immunes, and maybe all around because of the crushing blow and the static field, you know? That static field, I'm telling you, by the time when you get to that last enemy, he has half his life. You know, you're taking, like, gives you AoE. Nothing else has AoE. I mean, you know, there are other things with static field, like what's Crescent Moon, but stormlash is fucking dope for that. And the other thing I just found doing these players runs is you see my Zakarum shield with 27 all res. I just found this. All res F, all res 41, defense 285. And I think that means that this is near the maximum possible defense. The maximum possible might be like 290 or something on an F Zakarum. So it's pretty close. And the resistance obviously very good. So I consider this a very solid Exile base. So maybe I'll make another one. But yeah, so I'm actually just looking for opinions. Should I do it? Should I make a Breath of the Dying? Or my calculations is Berserker Axes are pretty rare. Apparently you only get an ethereal one out of 20 times, and that can have sockets. And you only get a superior one. I don't know, maybe like maybe another like 1 out of 5 times. So basically, out of 100 Berserker Axes that drop, is my math right on this? I read this on some forum. Basically, out of 100 Berserker Axes that drop, you'll get 1 that is F superior, and they're kind of few and far between. And honestly, you know, it could have sockets. It could be quote unquote superior. You know those superior items that only have like they're like plus 3 to attack rating? You know, it's like, all right, thanks. You know, they're like shitty, you know? So it's pretty fucking rare to find like a decent And you know, we're only talking about a maximum of 15% more enhanced damage. So I'm pretty tempted just to do it. But I mean, because you know, what are you in this? What are you in the game for? Huh? You're in the game to make dope shit. I mean, this would be pretty dope. So this has been like an ambition of mine to make for a long time. So, but my questions are: should I do it? And would it even be better than Stormlash? And if it's not better than Stormlash, I'll put it on some other character. I kind of have plans to make a Frenzy Barb eventually. Although I think I want to. I think if I make a Frenzy Barb, I want to put an Enigma. Anyway, the game dropped on me. My game dropped out, but yeah, what do you think? Taking suggestions. Catch you later.